One thing I feel very interesting is that how Mrs. Van Breen thought she's Esther's friend and she's willing to hear stories from Esther's, but also on the other hand, she gave Esther a lower social class because of her race and profession. And I think this is why Esther didn't want to work for her anymore. And one value is represented by Mrs. Dixon's, and when Esther fell in love with George, because he just read a poetic letters to her, Dixon just feels suspect of this man. Dixon trying to persuade her to be more practical. Miss Dixon's got a lot of experience by her mom's mistakes, and she gave a lot of credit to the need of marry up to a successful man. Another value is represented by the Esters. He is on the opposite of Mrs. Dixon's. He wouldn't marry without love, and she liked romantic way of love. And however, finally she found out he's wrong. George is a great and unfaithful man who makes off his money and hurt. And I don't think this play reinforces our understanding of African American experience and the stereotype of African American. Notice open a new windows into African American life in early 20th centuries, and African American girls who trying to fulfill her dreams and love is very fresh for the audience and is very different with all the stereotypes of African Americans. Notice trying to tell the audience that stereotype of African American like Uncle Tom is not living in the modern age of Americans, and the people cannot ignore the African American woman also play an integral role in the shape of this country. I think there are some stereotype of African American exist today. Like for example, like people always think black are bad at swimming because there's no black swimmers win the medals in the Olympics. And I think the only way to overcome is that black people then should be believing and has confidence in themselves first. And my two question is why Mark flinch when Esther touch his hand, and how is the cultural shocks of New York City shakes George's confidence?